I'm Photo Dave, this is Toypixx, and for today's video, we'll be discussing Action Force Eclipse. What I like less, and most importantly, her photo score. Let's get to it. Speaking candidly, I'm trying to divorce myself for the need for nostalgia when it comes to my action figure collecting. Now, the reason for that is because in today's figure climate, there are so many great independent figures coming out that kind of dwarf what the big two seems able to do. That said, I wanted to bust this out because talk about the nostalgia feels. When I busted open Eclipse and I was basically, there was no time for actually looking at the box. I pretty much opened it right away because I was so excited about this figure. And I cut this out. I'm like, yes, I get a file card and I even get action points. Oh, I was really excited about that. So it's not a nostalgic character, but it definitely gave me the nostalgic feels. Now, I don't know what to say about Eclipse that hasn't been said already a million times. If you've been collecting Action Force for a while, you know that she's going to come loaded with accessories. She has 3 magazines, she has a pistol, she has a rifle, she has 4 total sets of hands, she has a stand, she has that little head wrap around her neck, which then there's also this head itself that has the head wrap on it. I know there's a technical name, my bad. But she comes loaded when it comes to any kind of action figure. This thing is loaded with accessories for $31.99 plus shipping. I'm really stoked about that, but what I am most stoked about, and maybe a pose that you guys have seen a few times if you've been following me on other social media accounts, is this. So, you take her, you grab this pistol, and I've already set her up with the 2 hands that can do this. Get other things out of the way. Put the pistol in. Oh, get in there, pistol. And then bring these arms as forward as they can go. Okay, you heard a little bit of a snap there. She can do this. Which is just absolutely rad. She can sight it in. And because of that hand, it looks convincing. She's holding the gun like she's supposed to hold the gun. So there's Eclipse holding that pistol. Now, we take Lady Z, and this is not a shot at all at the Classified team. I like G.I. Joe Classified, don't worry. Even if I weren't into them as a nostalgia brand, I still think the figures are really cool. But there are things that the corporation is never going to allow them to do, and one of those seems to be maybe allowing an extra set of hands. So here she is with a pistol. And because of the way her hands are shaped, you can't get that really cool hand holding the hand, like kind of holding it to give it stability for holding the pistol. You cannot make that happen. And that's problematic for photography, and that's why I'm so stoked about Eclipse. Now, to see what else she can do photo-wise, besides, holding a gun, let's switch out that head. Come on. Oh, come on. So yeah, that's going to be a recurring theme. The joints are a little tight, but you can see here how good that new head looks on her. Very cool. Also, something that I didn't mention before, I've heard that Bobby Valla, the creator of Action Force, has gotten some crap when it comes to the butterfly joints, or a lack thereof, in these female figures. I have to say, she's doing that without butterfly joints, and I think that's great. Again, if we bring in Zarana, I can't get that to reach all the way across there, and I try. And again, I like Zarana. In fact, let's give this another shot. Let's see what we've got, because she's got butterfly joints. it's just not... I think it really is just the hand thing when it comes to her. Like, because she doesn't have a properly shaped hand, you just can't make it happen. But also, this is tougher than I thought it would be. Here we go. Wait a sec, here we go. Okay, so she can get there, but she can't do it realistically because of her lack of extra hands. And that's one of the things when it comes to extra hands that I like so much. It just looks so much better with photography. But anyway, yeah, when it comes to the butterfly joint, she can do this. She can't put her arm too far back, and that's something that Vala talked about. He wants to put grenades in the line, and when he does that, something will need to be done. I don't know if it's butterfly joints or, like he said here, he just cut out a little bit up in this region to let her, to make it so that they can, hold on, right in here, to make it so they can put their arms closer together. So it might be as simple as just doing the same type of thing in the back here, because if he is adding grenades, they're going to need to be able to throw their arms back so they can make it look like they're going forward, when it comes to photography anyway. I see you're still watching the video. That might mean that you're digging it, and if that's the case, please go ahead and click subscribe, and don't forget to like the video. And if you'd like to support Toypixx more in a financial way, but by doing something you were probably going to do anyway, use the link in the video description below to head over to Entertainment Earth and save 10% on all in-stock items. Plus, if you spend $59 or more, you'll get free domestic shipping. And if you're watching on TV and really can't click the link in the video description below, then when you go over to Entertainment Earth, if you're shopping all in-stock items, just enter the code Toypixx at checkout, and you'll get 10% off, and again, free domestic shipping if you spend $59 or more. And finally, if you're just doing pre-orders, don't forget when you use any of my links to enter the code FREESHIP59 for free domestic shipping of orders $59 or more. Holy jeez, that's a lot of code, a lot of talking, so let's forgo all that and get back to the video. Thank you. One thing that hinders her a bit when it comes to photography is I can't turn that head. That plastic is pretty tough. I don't know if that's something that can be fixed. I just don't know enough about how these things are made. But because I can't turn this head, I can't really sight in that rifle. So when it comes to getting ready to shoot this bad boy, she can either just carry it around, or I gotta switch to this, and look how good that looks. She's got you sighted in, she's taking you down, you're hosed, you done screwed up. But one of the reasons I really like head and hand options is because it gives me a lot of options when it comes to photography, and that other head just means I can't do this. It doesn't allow this. So there's that. Now, something Vala does talk about that I appreciate from him is that he says, why design something that's unnecessary? For instance, why put in butterfly joints in these figures if they're not necessary? And I like that way of thinking when it comes to design. Simplicity is always better. That said, the way the neck is designed doesn't allow for a whole lot of tilting at the ball, so you don't get a whole lot of nuanced posing up there. It's going to work well for sighting things in, but if maybe, for instance, she's giving another figure that you've got a little bit of crap because they're being tool bags, you can't really give her that attitude look. So that's something I'd like to see improved upon in the future. I don't know what that would be. Maybe a smaller ball at the top of the head, maybe a dumbbell joint with a lower, or a piece of lower neck articulation. I'm not sure, but at this point, I'm talking about things with a figure that's really a good figure. So it sounds like I'm complaining quite a bit. I haven't been able to put this thing down since I got her, so I'm just talking about things that would give her an 8 on a scale of 0 to 7. So there's that. And there's Eclipse in another pose because I can, and very frankly, because she can. She does have the drop-down hips. If you're a fan of articulation and you've been watching this channel for a while, you know I'm into MOFX, and I have to say, the only joints really missing when it comes to MOFX are butterfly joints, but also, like Vala said, I don't necessarily think they're necessary on here. She doesn't have a toe joint, and maybe a little more refining in the neck to be more MOFX quality would help out. But she does have a thigh cut, which is something MOFX doesn't have. So she's pretty much loaded, and I have to say this, and it pains me to say it, because I do loves me my MOFX, but her elbows move in way more than any of the females I have as far as MOFX is concerned. Okay, Eclipse, let's not put that knife so close to your throat there. Anyway, that's what I've got for this one, folks. As far as photography is concerned, you're going to be able to take pretty much any shot you can with this one. I will say, going forward, it would be nice if we could get more relaxed hands. I love all the sets she comes with. I'm not saying get rid of any of those because I think they're great, but if we could get kind of just hands that she could put at the side, those would be phenomenal. But those are all pretty nitpicky things that I've just brought up. So, let's hit that conclusion and photo score. But first, size comparisons. So, after all that, what do I think of Eclipse? Well, here are the 3 critiques. I'd like to see something different done with the neck, just to allow a little more natural movement up there. I'd like the head wrap head to maybe have a more flexible plastic, if that's possible, I don't know, but she can't turn her head at all, and so she can't sight in a rifle like this with that head. And third, I'd really like to use my hairdryer a whole lot less. It does reduce some of the fun factor, but as far as the critiques are concerned, that's it. So let's get to the photo score. In sculpt, she gets a point. In paint, she gets another point. In extra heads, oh yes, she gets a point. Extra hands, absolutely. Accessories, she comes with plenty. Articulation, yep, that torso makes it beautiful, which leads to rockin' natural movement. When it comes to a photo score, ladies and gentlemen, Eclipse gets a 7 out of 7. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was my review on Action Force's Eclipse. Yep, good stuff. Definitely going to need that gear pack, and probably going to try and pick up that Warpath version as well. I even have my next order figured out. Oh, good lord, I'm hosed. But now it's your turn. Comment below and let me know, are you picking up some Action Force action figures? Are you loading up on them? I've seen some comments in the last video I did where people have just absolutely loaded up, and I'm jealous. But yeah, let me know what you think of Eclipse. Big fan? I am. Stick around for the pictures at the end of this video, and until next time, have fun and happy snapping. See ya.